So this is the ultimate battle of the carry-ons. Hello to my fellow travelers, welcome to today's video. For today's video, we're going to be doing a comparison of two carry-on bags, the Nomad Lane Bento bag versus the Beis Weekender. I just got back from a trip to Europe, and then before that I've been on a couple of weekend trips, but also too just in the last year alone I've been to Hawaii, I've been to Mexico, been to Vegas a few times. I've definitely been making it a point to travel every so often, and I feel like I've definitely got my travel preferences down pretty solidly when it comes to what I'm looking for in my travel bags. So when I travel, I'm definitely a type A traveler, and I'm not just talking as far as like the itinerary and plans and logistics go. I also like to be really organized and efficient in the way I'm packing, which comes down to the bag that I'm using. And for me, when it comes to trips where I am traveling by airplane, I feel like the success of my packing and just the efficiency of my trip really comes down to my carry-on bag. So I am a stickler for a good carry-on bag, and I'm very, very particular. I have certain things that I'm looking for in a carry-on bag to help reduce certain travel stress points. But before we get into everything, I just want to thank Nomad Lane for sponsoring today's video. They were kind enough to send me their bento bag, and I used it for Europe as well as for a couple of just like small trips here or there. So I've really gotten to use and explore this bag a lot, and even though this video is sponsored by them, all of the opinions and thoughts in this video are completely my own. Even if a video is sponsored, I'm gonna make sure to be very honest with you guys about the products that I'm sharing with you guys, and this video is no different. But if you guys are interested in the bento bag after this video, I do have a discount code with Nomad Lane. I'll put it here on the screen and it'll be in the description box down below, or you can also use my link that's listed there as well, which will automatically apply the discount code at checkout. And as always, before we dive into the video, I just want to welcome anyone who's new to my channel. My name is Sarah, and I create content on fashion, beauty, and lifestyle, and I would love it if you would subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also don't forget to like this video and leave me a comment as well. Let me know your guys' thoughts on these bags and which one you think you would want for your next carry-on. Okay, so starting with just like a quick little overview of these two bags, starting out with the bento bag. As I mentioned, this is from the brand Nomad Lane, which is a husband and wife founded company, and the husband actually used to be a traveling salesman, so he really knew travel very, very well. He knew all the pain points of travel and all of that, and Nomad Lane has been a passion of theirs to design and produce very thought out travel bags that are going to make your trip even easier. And this bag in particular is their V4 bento bag. This is their latest version of this bag, and it's designed to be your ultimate carry-on / weekend bag. Then up next we have the Beis bag. I'm sure many of you guys are very familiar with Beis. Beis is a bag company that was started by the actress Shay Mitchell, another person who definitely travels a lot, so she definitely did put thought and care into her designs. This brand has definitely blown up over the last few years, and then especially this bag, the Weekender bag, I would say that this is their most iconic and popular bag. A lot of people like to use this not only as a weekender bag but also as a carry-on as well. So digging into the comparison of these two bags, I'm gonna lean back here so you guys can see, but the bento bag is a much smaller and compact design. This bag is designed to fit under most airplane seats, and when I traveled to Europe, we went on 4 different planes, and this fit underneath every single seat very easily. I was never nervous about whether or not they would let me count it as an underseat bag, and what was nice about this one is that even when it was underneath the seat, and I will also tell you guys, on the way to Europe, I packed this thing to the max, so I had it as big as it could possibly get. I still had some extra room underneath there to still be able to sit very comfortably with my feet. While in comparison, the Weekender bag is bigger and bulkier. You guys can just see height-wise once it's packed. It's pretty tall compared to the bento bag. It's also a little bit more of a bulkier design. Honestly, when I first got this, I really did like the doctor opening on it, because when I was packing it or unpacking it and trying to access stuff, it was nice that this would sit open like this. But I came to realize the more and more I used it, the doctor opening actually made this taller and harder to like smush down. And there were a lot of times I was really nervous that an airline wouldn't let me use this as my personal item underneath the seat. Luckily, I always got away with it, but I know a lot of people who have been turned away from using this as their personal item and then ended up having to check in their rolling luggage. So as far as sizing goes for a carry-on, the bento bag definitely wins in this category. Then up next, let's talk about how much these weigh. So just even holding it right now, this arm is definitely more tired than this arm. The Beis bag is just known as being very heavy. Just even when it's empty like it is right now, the materials that they used for this and just the structure of this bag, it's just a lot heavier. And then once you start adding in all of your necessities, this bag gets so heavy. It makes it very difficult to carry. My back hurts a lot when I'm carrying this bag. And then also too, with the weight of this and the design of the shape and everything and how the weight distributes, if I don't put the trolley carry-on, this thing will tumble right off of my luggage. Or sometimes if my luggage isn't heavy enough, it makes the whole thing just topple forward. So as far as like the actual weight of the bag goes, and also the weight distribution within the bag, because you guys can see for the bento bag, the way that you're going to pack it is going to sit much more centered, so this bag isn't going to fall over or cause your luggage to fall over. So in the weight category, again, I would give it to the bento bag. Now let's talk about one of the most important features of a carry-on bag for me as a content creator, and that is where I put my laptop. A good laptop sleeve is very, very important to me because my laptop is everything. Without my laptop, obviously, I can't make these videos for you guys. So I always travel with my laptop, which does sometimes pose a problem because when you hit certain security checkpoints and stuff, you want to be able to take your computer out of your bag pretty efficiently. And then also you might want to use it while you're waiting to board and stuff. And then once you're allowed to board, or if you're using it on the plane and you start landing, you want to be able to put your laptop away very quickly, which are also great points for anyone who travels for work. So for the bento bag, the laptop sleeve is actually in the middle here. It's right here on this side. It's nice and padded. It actually has two sleeves. So if you also have like a tablet or something, you can put the tablet in the front. But yeah, it's padded so that your laptop is nice and protected. It has a strap to keep it in place. And then the other thing that I like about this is that because it's in the middle, it's also protected by everything around it that you packed. So if your bag for some reason falls or gets thrashed, you're not as worried about your laptop breaking or getting destroyed in any way. And I also really love that you can unzip this compartment from the top. In general, Nomad designed the zippers on this very, very well because the zippers of the main compartments have two zippers. So you can zip them at the top. That way you can open them from the center and just easily access your laptop and pull it out. I loved that feature. It made going through security a breeze. And then also when I was editing on the plane and then I needed to put away my laptop, it was a lot easier than the times back in the day that I would use my weekender bag. So for the weekender bag, the laptop sleeve is on the side in the back here. It does have a strap as well to keep it in place. And then it is protected from the front with all the stuff that you pack in here, but there's no protection on the back. Like this isn't padded or anything. You can feel the back of your laptop through this. The other thing too that I really don't like about the laptop sleeve in the weekender bag is its placement with this doctor opening. When you put a laptop in this, because the laptop is obviously flat, it's gonna make this bag stand up even taller. So if you're trying to like smush this down so that you can like have it underneath the seat in front of you, you can't have your laptop in here because the laptop is going to make this too tall. So whenever I would use my weekender bag as my carry-on bag, it was just always really, really difficult going through security, getting the laptop out because I'd have to open this whole thing and kind of pull it out. And then if this was full, it made it hard. And then just in general, it's hard to access, hard to put away, all of that stuff. So if you're someone who travels with your laptop, again, the bento bag is definitely going to be more laptop friendly. Then let's touch on the design of all of the compartments. So the bento bag is divided into technically 3 compartments. So the first one I would say is this middle part with the laptop. All right, sorry guys, the battery died, but we are back. But anyways, if you open up that middle part all the way, you're gonna get to this first compartment, which has Clorox wipes, which very handy for traveling. But it has this mesh covering, that way whatever you pack in here isn't gonna slide around or anything. And then it actually has a ton of room in here. We'll get to these parts in a second, but you can actually pack underneath them if you need to, which I did. I had like a travel mirror and stuff I packed underneath, so you really can maximize this whole compartment. And then it has the back compartment, which if you open it from the top, it just opens to right there, so you can grab whatever you need to. But for when you're packing it, you're gonna go in the same way you got to the first one, through the middle zipper, and then you unzip the laptop compartment and it opens up the back compartment. And then this laptop part acts as the covering so that stuff doesn't slide around. But in this one, you can fit a large packing cube or a medium packing cube and some stuff on the side. So you can pack for a full trip with this one, which is definitely really, really nice. And with all of those compartments, for such a compact design like this, it fits so, so much. Now, in addition to those main compartments, it also has 2 here at the front, which unzip at the top, and they come with these toiletry and makeup bags. So you get bonus bags with the bento bag. That way you can pack your skincare, your toothbrush, whatever you need. So even more additional storage that's literally meant for your skincare and makeup. Or you can also organize electronics in here and stuff. In particular, this came in handy on the plane because I have extensive skincare and makeup, but for just like plain skincare or airplane makeup, it's a really stripped down version. So these were perfect for that. You guys can see this one I just kind of leave packed, but this is where I put my skincare because most of this stuff can spill. So it's better to go in this one. And then this one I used for makeup, and this one actually has like little spaces to put your brushes and stuff. And these came in handy because I packed just what I needed for the plane in these, and they were really easy to access and get in and out of this bag. And then lastly, we also have the compartment here in the front. You can pack your passport in here, your phone, wallet, cords, chargers, all of that stuff. There's even like spots for pens and then little pockets and stuff. And then it also has another pocket back here, so you could put your phone in here, you could put your passport, whatever you need to quickly access. And then it also has a trolley carry, which you can zip up if you don't have a rolling luggage, and you could also use this as an extra pocket. So tons of storage. Very, very smart in the way that this was designed to maximize space and be as efficient as possible while keeping this bag as compact as possible. Then for the bento bag's design, we already talked about it has the doctor opening. It's just one opening to get to everything. Then the inside is just one big space, and I will say it is very spacious. You can fit a lot in here, but again, you have to be careful. You can't fill it up all the way because you need to be able to close this opening, which does go at an angle. And then especially if you're going to pack a laptop in here with this closure, you definitely can't go too high. But in addition to the laptop sleeve that we talked about, it also has this pocket here on the other side. And turn this around. This one has a zipper on it, so anything that you want to keep secure you can put in there. And then it has a couple of smaller pockets here in the front. You could put your passport in there, your phone, chargers, whatever. And then on the front, it has one pocket. It's not very big. Again, you can just kind of throw essentials in there. And then it also has the trolley carry in the back, which can be an additional pocket if you don't need to put it on your luggage. But I think that this is way too small for the size of the base bag. And I think that that's why it can make your luggage topple over depending on how you pack it. Definitely feel like they should have made this like half an inch or an inch wider. But again, you close it, becomes a pocket. And then for the design of the base bag, my favorite part of the design is the shoe compartment. As far as design goes, this is one category for me where base wins versus Nomad Lane. I love the shoe compartment. I love the fact that I can keep my shoes separate. With the bento bag, you can designate like the back compartment for clothing and then put shoes in the front, but you might have to share that space with a few other things, versus this can completely separate out your shoes. It's designed to fit a bunch of them, and then if you don't use up all the space, you can add more stuff in here and make it additional storage as well. But as far as design goes, I would say this shoe compartment is the only part of the design that wins for me against the bento bag. Otherwise, as far as the more efficient travel bag, for this one, it hits like 99% of my wish list for what I would want for a carry-on bag. And then as far as the handles go, the bento bag comes with two very sturdy handles. Like the leather and structure on these is so nice, so you can hand carry, put it on the crook of your arm, put it on your shoulder. And I like the fact that while these aren't very, very long, it's still enough space to comfortably be able to put this on your shoulder. And then it also has a crossbody strap, and what's really nice about this, again, they've thought so many things through, is that it has the little branded shoulder pad here, so that if your bag is a little bit on the heavier side, you put a lot of stuff in it, this shoulder pad makes it a lot more comfortable to carry. And then for the handles on the base bag, it's got two leather straps as well, but being completely honest, if you felt the leather between the two, you can feel that this is a much nicer, much better quality and sturdier leather than this leather. But still, it does have leather straps, and then it does have a nice big drop here, so you can definitely put it over your shoulder. But I would say it's like, on me, it ends up being like an awkward height to carry. Like, I don't feel fully secure. Like this one sitting on me, it's like right underneath, so I feel like it's very secure on me. And then it also has the crossbody strap, which is what I mainly use with it. But this thing, with the weight of this, and then once you pack it, this is so uncomfortable. Honestly, I'm not just saying this, I really do hate carrying this weekender bag around the airport. I will rarely travel with this unless I'm gonna have a rolling luggage that I can put it on, because again, it's just so uncomfortable to carry. So again, another category where I would definitely pick the bento bag. Then as far as the material goes, the Nomad Lane bag, we already talked about the leather. The leather pieces on this definitely feel like a much higher quality leather than what's on the base bag. But also too, this bag is a nylon bag, which makes it very, very easy to clean. If like you spill something on it or some food gets on it or anything like that, it's very, very easy to wipe off, versus the base bag is a canvas, which is very durable. This canvas, I feel like, is gonna last for forever, but it is kind of hard to clean off, especially if you were to get this in a lighter color. And if you have pets, this attracts pet hair so much. Like, look at that. It's just filled with pet hair, and I even actually rollered it before I started this video, and I still wasn't able to get all of it off. Versus this one, no pet hair. Nothing. So it looks a lot sleeker. It looks a lot more put together because it isn't a magnet for pet hair and like dust and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a much sleeker look. So material wise, I think that the bento bag's definitely better. But as far as options go, I feel like base wins. They do a lot more collabs for a lot of cool designs, and then they also have a wider color range. But the bento bag does come in 4 colors. It comes in this black, as well as a red, a blue, and a green. So you definitely do get options with the bento bag. But me personally, I tend to stick to black, as you guys can see, for my carry-on bag, just because I like throw them around and thrash them, and I know that black is gonna show a lot less wear and tear. So for me, it's kind of a moot point, but definitely something to keep in mind if you're someone who likes to have all matching accessories or like a certain color palette or something like that. You're just gonna get more options with the Weekender bag. Also, one more note on the material. I think because of this material, how it's a sleeker material, the trolley carry here is a lot easier to get on and off of my luggage handles. Whenever I'm trying to take my Weekender bag on and off, it is such a struggle. Like, it's constantly getting stuck, versus this one slipped on and off relatively easy. I think maybe in like the multiple times that I slipped it on and off of my luggage handle, it maybe got stuck once or twice, but otherwise the luggage handle passed through this very, very smoothly. Even when I had this bag packed to its max, the trolley carry was still very, very easy to maneuver, versus the Weekender, again, it got stuck a lot. And then especially if you pack even a little bit too much, it's gonna take you forever to get your luggage handle to pass through. So again, something to keep in mind when you're just like trying to be efficient, getting through the airport, taking your carry-on off of your luggage to pack your luggage in the overhead bin and stuff. You save a little bit of time with the trolley carry on the Bento bag. And then the last feature that I did want to compare, the Bento bag actually comes with a little spot for your water bottle. When it's unzipped, it's this like mesh pouch, so it can expand to fit almost any water bottle. I have one of my tumblers here, and it actually does fit in there, and I did use it. I actually brought my tumbler with me to Europe, and then there were a lot of times I would put the water bottle in there, and then anytime the water bottle wasn't in there, I have this portable laptop charger that's like about this big, it's a circle, put it in there, and it was really great because I could just have it in there and charge my laptop from it, versus the Bento bag doesn't have anything for that. So you'd have to pack your water bottle in here. Hopefully you have a good one that doesn't leak if you have to pack it in there, or you just would have to carry it by hand. So this is definitely a nice little feature that the Bento bag does have. Then the last comparison that I wanted to make is going to be price. The Beis Weekender bag retails for anywhere between 108 to, I think their current collab is like 124. For a quality carry-on, that's a pretty decent price point. I will say though, the Bento bag is gonna be a little bit more of an investment. For the V4, it is $298, but I would say it's definitely worth it. As you guys saw as I walked through both bags in this video, there are so many more features on the Bento bag, and it's definitely worth the investment, especially if you travel a lot, and also if you're like me and you're a type A traveler where you want everything to be organized but also like really efficient. I feel like it just doesn't get much better than this bag, and it's definitely worth the difference in price point when you think about the design of the bag, the materials that they use. Like, you can just feel the quality between the two of these if you were to get your hands on them. This truly feels like a luxury travel bag. And then just also too, from the passion that went into this design for this bag to really make things as easy as possible as you're traveling through the airport. All right, you guys, well, that is gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that the comparison was helpful if you were shopping for carry-on bags and you were curious about the two of these. Again, if you want to shop Nomad Lane, my discount code will be in the description box down below along with my link. And thank you again to Nomad Lane for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe before you click out of the video. And I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you very soon again in my next video. Bye.